Hey, my name's Tippy and I run 3 online shops. I have That Anxious Artist, which is where I sell art products and my art on different products like mouse pads, mugs, oh gosh, I can't even remember what else, books, keychains and whatnot, things that I can sublimate on. And then I have That Pride Shop, which is where I sell pride flag based products on a plethora of products. And then I have That Baby Witch, which is where I sell handmade witchy tools and whatnot, and that is an Etsy shop. My art shop is also an Etsy shop, and my Pride shop is a Shopify store, so I own that domain name and it is its own website. This is going to be a bit of a weird vlog. I actually left for the weekend and then into the next week. Last week I finally went back to the city after not going back for a whole year because of COVID. So I finally went back, visited my grandmother, saw her for a little bit, got to see my hometown, which is so different. Oh my gosh, I would not even think it's the same place anymore. It is so different. But other than that, I got to hang out for a little while. I haven't really done much since COVID, so I haven't seen my grandmother in a year. I haven't been back to the city for a year, so finally went back there, and it looks like that's going to be the last trip I take because the numbers are rising again. So that was that. But it wasn't while on the trip I came to this conclusion, but I did just come to this conclusion just over a period of time. I've been feeling it more and more, and so I finally made the decision to go back to using Printful to fulfill my orders in my Pride shop. If you do not know what that is, when I first started my Pride shop, I was using Printful to fulfill all my orders. So what that means is I attached the Printful app to my Shopify store. When an order would come in, Printful would make the product, Printful would ship the product out. The only thing I did was put them on my website and design the products and, send them to my website. But I had no hand in, what was that? I had no hand in any of the shipping out. I had no hand in any of that. Like, that was not anything that I dealt with. I had no hand, I didn't touch product at all. And I kind of did that for a while because I felt like it was what would tell me if this was the business that I wanted to be in. But I was like, eventually I would like to be able to print and ship and make everything and send it out on my own. And so a year in the middle of the pandemic, for some reason, I decided that would be a good time to drop Printful and start shipping and printing everything out on my own. I think I reopened the shop. Like, I closed it at some point in August. I don't remember, but I closed it at some point. It wasn't closed for that long, it would be a month. And then I reconfigured the whole entire shop, and September 4th, I remember the date, September 4th was my reopening date. So I reopened the shop September 4th last year, and that was when I was shipping and printing everything out myself. I bought a sublimation printer, I bought a heat press, I bought a Cricut. So basically I had all the things I needed to make all the products myself. I very quickly realized that apparel is not something that I enjoy making, and so I was like, okay, cool, I'll just take this off the shop. So I took apparel. Well, first I took sweatshirts off. Not that I don't like selling it, I didn't like making it. Like, I didn't want to be in the world of making apparel, so I was like, okay, cool, I'll take the apparel off. That's fine, that's not an issue. Once I took the apparel off, I just started doing like accessories and stuff. Like, I still had the mouse pads, mugs, I added greeting cards, I had art prints, keychains, and some other stuff that I can't remember. I don't know why I can't remember all the products types that I sell. Notebooks, I know that's there, and I can't remember the rest. Maybe there's more, but I can't remember right now. But yeah, that was the world that I was living in. But I did realize that the most sales I got were apparel, and the highest amount of profit that I make is on apparel, because you can't sell stickers for too much, you can't sell notebooks for too much. Like, they're not going to bring you back a ton of profit. So I started to think maybe I just need to suck it up and get back into apparel. But then I realized I don't have to do any of that. I can literally just go back to Printful. So after thinking about it for a while, I finally decided Printful is where I want to be. It's nice that I got to try it out. I tried Printful, and then I tried it on my own, and I realized that the one that I like the best is Printful. The reason why I stopped it though is because in the middle of the pandemic, like when the pandemic hit and Printful was fulfilling all my orders, no one was prepared for that situation. So Printful was absolutely not prepared. And so it was taking like a crazy long amount of time for orders to get fulfilled, like over a month for people to get their orders. And so I was just like, yeah, I'd rather just handle this myself. And yeah, I think now everyone's pretty much prepared now. None of the world was prepared for that. So, I shouldn't really hold it against Printful, but I did want to have a more hands-on approach. I wanted to be able to like put stuff in it if it's a repeat buyer and stuff like that. But now I realized, yeah, I'm just gonna go back to Printful. That's the one change. I closed my site down Saturday. Sunday, it was Friday. It was sometime over the weekend. I was just like, okay, I made a decision. I shut it down. I closed the site. I made it password protected. I sent out an email. I sent out a newsletter. I posted on my Instagram, and I posted my Instagram story about the site being closed. And I was very transparent about the reasons why. Like, there's just too much going on. It's a lot for me to handle all by myself because I do run 2 other shops, and it's just a lot to print and make and ship out everything all on my own, especially when I have a full-time job. So yeah, that went out to all the people that care about whatever I was doing. Other than that, I did do some more art. I did some alien art. I thought it was pretty cute. I did start this whole TikTok challenge thing. I got it from Angelic Vortex, who is on Instagram and TikTok, and she was doing a daily, like, create with me until I'm a full-time artist type deal. And I was like, that sounds like a fun challenge. I would love to be a full-time artist. So I started it, and I only got to day 4. I missed day 5, which was yesterday, so I have to do that. But I did do some art for day 4 that I recorded, so, or day 3, and then I use it again for day 4. But anyways, this is what that was.
They told me that I always had to be good, but being good always been problems, it's true. So I learned it, and now I know I don't wanna play God. Maybe I'm crazy, but I'm wrong, baby, it's true, yeah. What if I'm not good? What if I'm not good? If you never love me back, What if I'm not good? What if I'm not good? If you never love me back, What if I'm not good? What if I'm not good? If you never love me back, What if I'm not good? What if I'm not good? If you never love me back.
And so I'm hoping with this whole challenge, eventually I can get into like Patreon for my art and maybe that whole world, because like I said, if I could be a full-time artist, I would drop everything else in a second. Like if it was like this or that, like I would want to keep all of them, obviously. Well, not all of them, because I am trying to get rid of the witch shop. I have been saying that every video. I've been trying to get rid of the witch shop. Just for now, like I want to get rid of all the products that I'm currently selling, because handmade is not the world I want to be in for the witch shop. I just want to do something else. I have plans for like a children's book and the flashcards, like witchy children's book, witchy flashcards, that type of deal. And I just want to get rid of the handmade products first, because I don't want to be in that world anymore. So there is a 50% sale going on in the witch shop, and it has been going on until I can get rid of all the products. I've spoken about all the things I used to run, so you guys know I got rid of the art channel, but I kept the art shop. I'm trying to get rid of the witch shop, but I'm trying to keep the witch channel because I have a lot of channels. Then I have this channel, which is the one that I started when I dropped Printful, because I knew I'd have like behind the scenes stuff to do. Once I dropped Printful, I have a lot of stuff to show. But now that I'm going back to Printful, I'm not really sure what's going to happen with all the channels. I never know what's going on. This is what happens when you have too many thoughts in your brain and too many ideas, and you just want to like go. You get confused. I don't know. I've been back. I've like canceled the channel twice, came back to it. I stopped my art channel like 3 times, and this time I think I'm finally done with it. But I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I'll decide to go back with it now that I'm doing Printful, and I won't need to do studio vlogs anymore. Who knows? Who knows what's going on ever? But yeah, we're gonna do this for now. So yeah. Other than that, I didn't really do anything else except I went through like a whole monthly budget, because I want to know if I can take a whole month off work. Like, is that a thing? Can I just say, hey, I want to take a month off, but you don't have to pay me? Like, I'll see you in a month. I would love that, because I'm pretty burned out. Like, I don't want to go back. I'm so burned out. Like, that place gives me anxiety, and I'm already have anxiety, and it makes me so anxious. Like, just thinking about going back is like, oh God, really don't want to do it, which is, I think that's why I have so much going on and why I'm always trying to do so much, because I'm trying to find literally any way to be able to leave that job, because I'm just like, I can't do this anymore. I'm so burnt out. I went through the whole pandemic. Even before that, I hated that place. I never wanted to work there, but it's so desolate up here. There's like very few jobs up here, and none of them will pay you a living wage. So this place is paying an okay wage, so you know, kind of have to stay there. I don't really have a choice. I also don't know how to drive yet. I'm learning, but I'm not there yet. It's very nervous. I mean, very nervous. It's very scary learning how to drive, so there's that. So yeah, I feel like I've been trying to do anything to be able to get out of there, but in doing that, I've been giving myself way too much to do and putting too much on my plate and not being able to focus on one thing. So I'm trying to cut down on the things that I have to do, trying to focus on more things, and we'll see what happens. You guys are along for the journey, because I never know what's going on. That's all. Not much happened. So that's it. Oh, I did go for a hike. That was nice. I went for a hike yesterday. It's very pretty. We ended up having to stop halfway through because my niece was like, my legs hurt. So we stopped, took the path down and left. But yeah, that was fun. And going back to my hometown was also nice. I enjoyed going back. I went to the beach, so that was cool. And got to see my grandmother, like I said. Yeah, that's it, I guess. Bye.
They told me that I always had to be good, but being good always been problems, is true. So I learned